Bonsoir merci. Thank you for tuning in to WDBG TV, Metro Windsor, Detroit.
Good morning, folks. Vinny D, Amy's old man, coming at you with straight talk. I'm taking the mic to intro her in this show because I got some straight up in the vernacular and in the truth fire to spit before y'all hear Amy this morning. And I'm going to star out by saying, ain't nothing wrong with being a content creator, citizen journalist, YouTuber, or regular Joe or Sue showing Canada what's up with a camera. That hustle's real, and we're rooting for you. Keep capturing truth. But don't tag yourself journalist to sound big time, thinking it boosts cred. Posting tweets or clips while acting high and mighty, that ain't it. Your audience ain't dumb. They see through self-glorifying hustle. Own what you are, and folks'll trust you more, unlike legacy media playing loose with truth. Yo, freedom advocates on the Hill, stop wasting time stalking politicians for clips yelling for clicks, waving signs, hollering at empty buildings or deaf liberal ears, pushing conservative virtue signals. That don't move the needle. Get smart, file petitions, organize to talk to business owners, write letters, or meet politicians one-on-one or as a crew. That's how you shake things up, not yelling at leftists for views. Now, the sad and real tragedy, too many, from citizen reporters to Canada's big-name journalists, yap about what's happening without digging into why. Not Amy. She's like Faith Goldie, Tucker Carlson, Charlie LeDuff, or Jordan Peterson, breaking down Canada's root troubles, schooling the lost with facts others miss. Amy and I, we're accredited journalists, but just folks like you, grinding for truth. Buckle up and really listen and share what Amy's going to be dropping in today's show, because Amy's dropping the real, not the look at me, and how great I am, real deal and real facts to educate you all on Canada's woes. What the hows, where's, whys, and whens really are, and what you got to really do to fix, repair, and change shit in Canada. So listen up and share what real you all going to hear. Listen up, complainers clutching pearls over our CEOs or Andy Lee's flashing their curves style. Yeah, you got a beef with her or Andy's outfits. Amy's a media CEO, talk show star, and Andy's Canada's best deep dive reporter lighting up screens, and you're whining about Amy and Andy Lee showing what God gave them. Get lost. Amy was a topless dancer once, and Andy danced sexy for Elon. So what? They both turned that grit into a media empire. Now they both run and direct boardrooms, call shots, and yeah, rock-tight dresses, low necklines, every sequin, every curve-hugging dress, a middle finger to your small-minded judgment. Why not? Their beauty's a gift from the Creator, and they got every right to flaunt it. It's more a sin to hide God's artwork than show it. If you got a Rembrandt, you don't hide it behind a curtain. So think Amy or Andy will hide that shine? Nah, that ain't Amy or Andy and never will be. Nor should it be for any female. You critics act like they're breaking rules, like a woman can't be fierce, successful, and look good, but you're quiet when loud, flashy LGBT types push past her limits and get a pass. Fine with fake displays, but a real woman, a biological female, owning her curves and confidence, that's your issue? Hypocrites. Amy and Andy ain't hurting nobody. Their outfits, their armor, merely their statement, nothing more than, I'm here, I'm a real biological woman, and I'm proud. Amy's not just a CEO, and Andy's not just a wannabe and click seeker. They're a force and gift to freedom, a force each knowing their worth and showing it. Want to talk appropriate? Focus on their brains and truth they both sling. That's what runs the show. Keep your damn self-righteous, judgmental bullshit, because they ain't changing, and they don't need to. Amy and Andy's living the truth, rocking what God gave them, and if that bugs you, that's your own damn problem. Look in the mirror before moaning about them because they're for real, and both want to see you winning, and you're just virtue signaling wind. Some of y'all might not dig what I'm about to say, but hear me out. Just like Amy's dropping truth about rights, no matter her outfit. Truth don't care about your feelings or her clothes. It's real, raw, and undeniable. What I'm spitting now is that same hard truth. And even if it stings, deep down, you know it's right. Critics too. These so-called freedom fighters camping out front of Parliament yelling at cops and politicians. They're just chasing clout, waving signs and flags, blasting tunes for 5 minutes of clicks on live streams. Look at me. Ain't I cool? Pathetic. They're screaming at shut doors, preaching to ears that don't care, while Polly speaks and Power laughs at the antics over coffee inside. These folks think they're fighting for freedom, but they're throwing a loud party, skipping real work that could move the needle. Want to make a real damn difference? Tweak what y'all doing into setting up voter drives to elect folks who'll listen. Start local programs to teach people their rights. Write sharp, clear notes to local reps, not just hollering into the void. Build coalitions, hold town halls, or fund legal fights to challenge bad laws. Do something that hits hard. Instead, they're dancing around, playing protest karaoke, and dodging the truth I'm throwing at them. Still not giving up and being there after 3 years for freedom is awesome, but real change takes strategy, not just standing around making noise trying to get clicks and quick 5 secs of TikTok and X fame. This here guy, Andy Lee, Amy and we at VNA saying real truth since day one. So listen, freedom ain't won by acting like a clown show outside a building that's already tuned you out. Well, damn, y'all, I just threw some heat, and if that shook you up, good. That's the kind of truth Amy's bringing every day. So buckle up, grab your coffee, and get ready, 'cause here's my queen, Amy, taking over with the morning truth. She's about to break it down. Real plans, no BS, all fight for what's right. Let's go, Amy. Show 'em how it's done.
It's already 9 a.m., so time to wake the fuck up, because North America's rising. And right now, right damn now, it's time to get your ass, ears, and mind on this here little ride with me, Amy Suzanne. So let's go, and let's roll, people.
I'm not one of those cushy studio types, plopped on a velvet chair, strutting like a peacock, hollering, "Hey, look at me."
Good morning, North America, and all you beautiful souls tuning in. Today, I'm kicking off the show with a fiery dive into the hot mess that is censorship, because, let's be real, it's still running rampant out there. In the first part of our show, I'm calling out X, YouTube, Facebook, and every other platform that thinks they've got the golden ticket to slap down community rules and guidelines under the flimsy shield of Section 230. They believe they can limit, abridge, or outright silence us, you, me, anyone, when it comes to exercising our free speech, yet according to the Constitution and Canadian Charter, they actually can't or aren't supposed to even try, so long as it's lawful under the actual laws of these United States and Canada. Writing their own rules to override the real ones? Hiding behind Section 230 like it's a get-out-of-jail-free card? Nah, fam, I'm done with that nonsense, and I know you are too. So buckle up, because I'm about to verbally roast them into next week. Then, for the rest of today's show, I'm doing something I don't often do, repeating myself. Yep, I'm circling back to unpack and clarify what I said on yesterday's show, primarily speaking to Canadians, but also sounding the alarm for Americans before what's happening across the border creeps down and wreaks the same havoc in the United States as it's done in Canada. Because this girl right here wants to make sure you grasp every word, crystal clear, without a shadow of a doubt. I need you to hear it, feel it, and know it. So, without further ado, let's dive into all that and more. Let's roll. A message to all X, YouTube, Facebook, or platforms and apps who've written rules contrary to the auspices, prescriptions, and protections afforded and guaranteed by the United States Constitution and Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. I'm saying this. Rules banning all political content, including newscasts, political opinions, election-related speech, and lobbying is a blatant attack on free speech and democratic discourse. It's hypocritical, anti-democratic, and reeks of the censorious political correctness pushed during the Obama and Trudeau eras, which prioritized collectivist control over individual rights. By silencing political speech, especially about elections, you're not just stifling users, you're undermining the core of democracy, where open debate and access to information are non-negotiable. If your mission is to foster open dialogue, as many platforms claim, this rule is a shameful contradiction. Banning newscasts and political speech doesn't protect your community, it suffocates it. It aligns with the divisive, Marxist-leaning trends of the Obama-Trudeau years that pressured platforms to censor under the guise of misinformation or divisiveness. If you're acting at the behest of government officials, US, Canadian, or otherwise, this violates the First Amendment and the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, as warned in Murphy v. Missouri, 2024. Even as a private platform, your overreach invites scrutiny under consumer protection or human rights laws if you're selectively targeting certain views. We demand transparency. Who's behind this rule? Are you parroting government directives or caving to cultural pressures from the Obama-Trudeau era? Show us your communications with any officials or prove this wasn't coerced. If you're serious about free expression, rescind this rule immediately and commit to neutral moderation that respects users' rights to discuss politics and access news. Anything less betrays your users and the principles of a free society. Now let's talk Justin Trudeau, because Canada's new Prime Minister Carney is cut from the same cloth. Carney, alongside Communist China, was pulling the strings behind Trudeau's every word, both he and their party cronies acting like selfie kings with trust funds and silver tongues. So many have warned us about leaders like them, charismatic frauds who mask their agendas with feel-good rhetoric. Trudeau didn't govern, and Carney isn't governing either. They're both just performing, playing the part of actors. Every tearful apology, every rainbow flag, every scripted speech is a calculated act to distract you from the truth. Their policies have torn, and will continue to tear, Canada apart. Both Carney and Trudeau, as well as all their party members, have pushed identity politics to a fever pitch, reducing you to a mere checkbox: race, gender, victim status, anything but an individual with rights. Calice, bullshit. Neither Trudeau, Carney, nor their Liberal Party cronies give a damn about your dreams or struggles. They only care about your vote. Trudeau and Carney's sunny ways are nothing but a lie, a smokescreen for policies that pit Canadians against one another. It's the politics of grievance, with Trudeau as the front man and Carney as the maestro, conducting a symphony of division while the Liberal elite rake in power. All the while, they're eroding the individual rights Canadians sort of, but not really, had under a charter that was supposed to protect them above government overreach. Now, Chrystia Freeland, Trudeau's deputy prime minister, darling of the Laurentian elite. She seemed to have the credentials, Harvard, Rhodes Scholar, but where's the results? Sowell would have seen through her in a second. A self-glorifying, self-centered elitist who thought she's smarter than you, smarter than the market. Her Marxist budgets were a disaster, skyrocketing debt, inflation crushing families, housing costs locking out a generation. Yet she stood there, preaching inclusive growth, while Canadians can't afford bread. Damn it, what's inclusive about a $600 grocery bill? Freeland wasn't saving the economy, she was just saving her image. Her policies rewarded connected insiders, Liberal cronies, green tech grifters, of the Liberal voter donor base while you're left scraping by. Sowell warned about leaders who prioritize ideology over reality, and Freeland's Exhibit A, peddling social justice platitudes while the middle class drowns. She's not your advocate. She was Trudeau's enabler. Canada's now paying the price. Carney now has same damn people who destroyed Canada on his team. Oh, Canada, what millions of duped fools you have for voters. Yup, Now, let's look at new PM Mark Carney, the Liberals' imported savior, fresh from the Bank of England and WEF Davos cocktail parties. This here girl, Amy, well, I'll skewer elites who think they can engineer society better than you can live it. And Carney's their poster child. He's not here to fix Canada. He's here to remake it in the image of a commie globalist dogma, net zero fantasies, sustainable finance, all code for centralized control. Sacramon, goddammit, what idiots Canada's voters were to have elected a Marxist minion of the World Economic Forum and commie China? Carney's green agenda is killing jobs, Alberta's oil fields, Saskatchewan's farms, while he lectures us about climate justice. I'll call that economic and national suicide, as should anyone with just one non-brainwashed working brain cell left as its economic nation destruction dressed up as virtue. Carney's not your friend. He's a technocrat who'd rather see Canada bend the knee to global elites than thrive as a sovereign nation. His vision isn't Canadian. It's a borderless, bureaucratic nightmare, and the Liberals, like lemmings marching to our national death, are all in line headed towards a nation-destroying cliff, their elbows up. No way in hell now gonna save 'em from as they and Canada fall into an abyss of national death and no return. Then there's Stephen Guilbeault, the Greenpeace CN Tower climbing criminal activist turned environment minister. This guy's a walking contradiction, shutting down pipelines while jet-setting to climate conferences. This girl's gotta warn you all about ideologues like Stevie G and his cronies who push policies that sound noble but ruin lives. Guilbeault's carbon tax is a tax on your and Canada's very survival, on driving to work, heating your home, feeding your kids. Damn it, y'all need to open your eyes because he's not saving the planet. He's crushing both rural and urban Canada. Yup, destroying livelihoods of farmers, truckers, small business owners, their collateral damage in his eco-crusade. And if you dare question him, you're a denier, a bigot, a threat to the liberal pipe dream Marxist globalist utopia. He's straight up out of Mayo's lil red commie textbook trying to build Canada into. But Thomas Sowell, many of you and I saw this occur in Trudeau's mentor Obama's America, policies that punish the working class to appease the elite's conscience. Guilbeault's not fighting climate change, he's fighting you, and the Liberals are cheering him on while Canada's heartland bleeds. Canadians and North Americans wake up, the Liberal Party of Canada is a real crime family, and look what they've even done to Canada's courts. Sowell, Trump, and Americans tore into Obama for appointing judges who made law from the bench, and Trudeau's taken it to another level. He's stacked Canada's judiciary with activists who twist the charter to fit the Liberal agenda. Section 1 of the charter, those reasonable limits on your rights, is their secret weapon. It says your freedom of speech, religion, association can be overridden if the government says it's justified. Tabernacle. Damn it. Justified by who? Trudeau's hand-picked judges, that's who. These aren't impartial arbiters. They're liberal operatives, turning the charter into a tool for identity politics. Hate speech laws silence dissent. Affirmative action pits groups against each other. Sowell warned that judicial activism erodes liberty, and in Canada, it's a full assault on the individual, sanctioned by the Crown's divine right. Let's talk more about their Section 1, weapon, because it's the beating heart of the Liberal betrayal. The Charter of Rights and Freedoms sounds noble, but Section 1 is a poison pill. It says your rights, your God-given freedoms, can be limited by the state if it's demonstrably justified in a free and democratic society. Khalees, bullshit. That's not freedom, it's permission. The Liberals lean on Section 1 to justify everything: censorship, quotas, compelled speech. It's the legal embodiment of the Crown's divine right, a relic of monarchy that says the state always comes first. Sowell saw this in Obama's America, government eroding individual rights under the guise of the greater good. In Canada, it's worse. The Liberals have weaponized the Charter to crush dissent, to elevate group identity over individual merit, and to keep the Crown's boot on your neck. This isn't democracy, people. It's just divine right of elitists and feudalism, with a commie twist. Why do the Liberals get away with this? Because they've sold you a lie, that Canada's better than America, that our collectivism trumps their individualism. This anti-Americanism isn't about hating the U.S., it's about hating freedom. Sowell argued that Obama's policies undermined America's core, individual liberty, merit, opportunity. Trudeau's Liberals are doing the same, but they've cloaked it in Canadian politeness. They've taught us in schools, in media, in every CBC broadcast, that individual rights are selfish, that the state knows best. Why? Because individual liberty threatens their power. If you're free to think, speak, act without their approval, their whole system crumbles. Asti, damn it, they need you divided by race, gender, class, to preserve the Crown's grip, codified in Section 1. The Liberals aren't just anti-American, they're anti-Canadian, anti-you. Look at what they've done. Trudeau's Bill C-16, forcing compelled speech on pronouns, wasn't about inclusion. It was about control. Their racial equity programs aren't about fairness. They're about buying votes with resentment. Sowell saw this in Obama's America, policies that reward victimhood, punish merit, and breed division. The Liberals have turned Canada into a pressure cooker. You can't have a coffee in Vancouver, Ottawa, or Toronto without feeling it. Everyone's afraid of saying the wrong thing, of being cancelled, of being judged by their skin or their pronouns. Sacramon Colis. God damn it, this isn't unity, it's fear. The Liberals have poisoned our communities, our schools, our workplaces with identity politics. They've made neighbors enemies, turned opportunity into quotas, and replaced justice with ideology. And every step of the way, they've used Section 1 to justify it, to remind you that your rights are negotiable, and Carney or any of his crew now's no damn better. So what do, Canada? We fight. Not with fists, but with truth. We reject the Liberal Party's identity politics and demand to be judged as individuals. We call out their activist judges and demand courts that uphold the law, not rewrite it. We demand an elected, not rubber-stamping appointed Senate, and we expose their anti-Americanism as a desperate ploy to preserve their power. And we never forget, our rights don't come from the Crown, the Charter, Justin Trudeau, and Carney's crew, nor from a bunch of MPs or from a damn king and his crown. They come from God directly to each individual and citizen. Mon Dieu, damn it, it's time to stand up. The Liberal Party wants you to feel powerless, to think your voice doesn't matter. But you're not just a voter or a taxpayer. You're a Canadian, and this country is yours. So rise up, speak out, take it back. This is Amy Suzanne, signing off in a few minutes, but the fight's just beginning. Let's start loving ourselves and each other, rather than divisive polyspeak, liberal commie globalism, collectivism bullshit, and make Canada free again. Aight fam, we keepin' the vibe high with your girl Amy Suzanne, reppin' that real Detroit energy. Now, let's take a quick detour to big up our dope advertiser, Maison Close. Yo, this ain't just any brand. This is that sexy, high-class French female attire coming straight out of France, hitting y'all with that ooh-la-la fire. Maison Close is all about celebrating the real biological queens, making every curve, every look, every asset pop off like nobody else can. We talkin' all types of dresses that flow and slay, bodysuits that snatch and hug right, tops that got you looking sharp, swimsuits that make waves, and of course, the finest in French lingerie that's straight up luxurious. Every piece is designed to amplify what you bring into the table, your natural beauty, your fire curves, all that makes you you. Whether you're stepping out for a night in the city or keeping it spicy at home, Maison Close got that premium, elegant drip that screams power and sophistication. Slip into their gear, and you ain't just wearing clothes, you're owning the whole scene. So, my real ones, if you trying to elevate your style and feel like a straight-up goddess, Maison Close is the move. Cop some and watch how you shine. Aight fam, your girl's got a bounce for now. I'm ghostin'. but in the true language of the D, à la prochaine, till next time. Make sure y'all subscribe and smash that notification bell so you don't miss what's dropping on my next show. We out. Well now, mes chéries, both the ladies and the gents in our audience who might want to splash a bit of that hard-earned cash to treat their favorite gal have just feasted their eyes on all that French female attire gear. Ooh la la. But hold tight. This girl's not diving into Charlie's antics just yet. Instead, I'm Amy, your ex-topless dancer turned media mogul with a law degree in my back pocket, and I've got a sizzling little promo for our pals at American Coney Island. a Detroit legend that's calling your name. For you Windsor folks, it's practically next door, just a few minutes by car, bus, or taxi. Or hop on a Via Rail ride from Toronto or Ottawa. It's cheap, scenic, and makes for a perfect day trip. Why bother? Because American Coney Island's got that iconic Detroit Coney dog you can't find in Canada. Snappy, smothered in chili, mustard, and onions since 1917. One bite, and your taste buds will be begging for more. But it's not just the food, darling. Detroit's buzzing with excitement. Catch a movie, cheer on the Tigers or Red Wings, or test your luck at the casino. It's all right there, turning a quick visit into a full-on adventure. Usually, I'd let Charlie or Red spin you a promo, but this morning, I'm shaking things up. I'm passing the mic to Grace, the heart and soul of American Coney Island, to dish out all the juicy details. So stick around. Here's Grace.
Hey, I'm Grace here at American Coney Island, downtown Detroit. Come and visit us. We're open 10 to 10 Monday through Thursday, Friday and Saturday 11 to midnight, Sunday 12 to 5. Or you can order a Coney Kit at AmericanConeyIsland.com. Downtown's kind of slow right now. Come on down and support.
Aight fam, we keeping it moving right here with your girl, Amy Suzanne, still holding it down with that real Detroit energy. Now before we drop this straight up classic clip from my dude, Charlie LeDuff, let me school y'all on who this cat is and why he's spittin' truth like no other. Charlie LeDuff ain't your average newsroom suit. Nah, he's a Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter reppin' the D, born and bred in the heart of the hustle. His mama was out here slangin' flowers, and his family tree, full of real ones, lighthouse keepers, grinders, and folks who know what it means to put in work. Charlie's been deep in the game, not just talking about the struggle, but living it. Riding with migrants, crossing borders, clocking hours at slaughterhouses, even fixing pipes at American Coney Island. Yeah, that's the kind of dude he is, getting his hands dirty to tell the stories that hit home. Now, let's get into what Charlie says a reporter ought to be. Forget them fancy journalist types who just type and don't look up. Charlie calls himself a reporter for a reason. To him, it ain't about chasing clicks or cozying up to big shots. It's about amplifying the voices of the underdogs, the workin' folks, the hustlers, the ones holding it down when the world's trying to break 'em. He keeps it 100, whether he's exposing crooked politicians or showing love to the everyday grinders. In his book, Work and Other Sins, he paints it raw. Firefighters, barflies, dreamers, all without the sugarcoat. And them viral clips, like that par 3-168 golf joint through Detroit's ruins, that's him showing the world what's really good, no cap. Charlie's proven reportin' ain't just facts, it's heart, it's soul, it's keeping it real for those who ain't got a mic. So fam, get ready, 'cause we about to hit y'all with Charlie's Ode to the Workin' Man clip. This one's for all y'all out there grindin', holding it together, and keeping it solid. Let's roll.
Everybody's got a history. Most everybody comes from nowhere. In every family, there's a cousin no one wants to admit to. We make stories about such people. Detroiters almost exclusively. Working people, most definitely. The dandies and the swells and the connected people we know say we make stories about losers and less thans. But they're wrong. We make stories about people. Our people. People who live in crowded apartments and ranch houses. People who shovel their own snow. And people who shovel other people's bullshit. People with fat aunties who wear stretch pants with stains on the ass. We don't do stories about people who pay doormen to open their door. We do stories about the doormen. We make stories about the laborer, the dreamer, the hustler, and the immigrant, whether he's a writer from Michigan or a waiter from Michoacan. When the cocktail set tells us they enjoy our cast of losers, we never mind them. We just smile and drink their liquor because they don't know what work is.
You know what I hear a lot? Charlie LeDuff newsman, I thought you were dead. I'm not dead. I'm doing the news, the real news, right here, the No BS News Hour. You can find us on YouTube, you can find us on Facebook, Odyssey, or download it wherever you get your podcasts. Power the people.
Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, against the white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean, gangster white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Woo-hoo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Woo-hoo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Woo-hoo. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, against the white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean.